This presentation is to introduce you to MetricStream M7 policy and document management application for high-performing organizations. Throughout this presentation, you will see that the user experience is engaging, efficient, and personalized, helping you simplify and strengthen your policy management program. The MetricStream M7 policy and document management app provides a comprehensive and flexible system to streamline and automate the policy and document management lifecycle. The app comes pre-packaged with contextual dashboards for different roles within your organization, such as policy business user, policy author, policy approver, policy manager, and policy administrator. Now, let's quickly go through the policy portal. It is important for organizations to have a centralized repository for all of its policies, so employees have direct access to all of the latest organizational policies. The state-of-the-art portal shows key policy-related information up front. You can see frequently accessed policies, recently published policies, announcements with respect to policies or any other organizational update, and you can also see policies that are due for attestation. Policies can also be bookmarked by users for future reference by clicking on the bookmark icon. Users can also click on the flip icon to view the description of the document. You can do a quick search for policies based on attributes, content, author, and other parameters. You can also specify advanced search criteria to narrow down the search results. You can then save the search for future use. Additionally, you can browse policies through a category hierarchy. Now, let's look at how a policy can be created. There are two ways by which a user can create a policy: attachment-based and inline method. In the attachment-based method, you can create a policy by entering the general mandatory information, such as the name, category, description, effective dates, and then uploading the existing attachment into the application. You can then select the workflow for review and approval. Here you can specify the review schedule. If you'd like to add references such as supporting documents and links, you can do that here. Now, a very important part of creating a policy is how you can map the policy to risks, regulations, and controls. And under the GRC content area is where you can do that. So I've just linked this policy handbook to a business process called New Employee Orientation. You can also define user groups who should receive notifications that they need to attest to certain policies or documents you're creating. When creating the policy itself, you can also determine what notifications need to be triggered. Now let's take a quick look at creating a document using the inline method. With the inline method, you'll be able to actually build documents inside of the application. The first thing you'll do is choose a template as the basis for your new document. These templates, of course, can be set up and edited by the administrator of the application. So I've gone ahead and chosen a template, and you can see that all the different sections of my policy are now pre-populated. I can go ahead and edit any of the sections that I'd like now, add additional text, do all the typical word editing features that you want to do when you're creating a new document. I can go ahead and add additional sections and subsections if I wanted as well. And then go ahead and add some text. As we did in the attachment-based policy creation, you'll still be able to add mandatory information, approval workflow details, additional attributes, map the policy to required risks, regulations, controls, and processes, and you can even link different sections of policies to regulations, risk controls, define attestation details, and then of course configure notifications. Now once the policy is created, it must be sent for review and approval to the appropriate stakeholders. All the policies and documents due for review and approval will be listed under the Approve Info Center for the person that's logged in. Reviewers and approvers can add their comments and feedback. The policy can then be reviewed and submitted further based on the routing defined in the stage in the life cycle. So I'm going to review the particular document that was made. I'll go ahead and submit this to the next stage, and then this is where I can capture my comments and then submit the form. Now once a policy is reviewed and approved and it's made its way all the way through whatever life cycle was set up for that document, it can be scheduled for distribution. Notifications are going to be triggered to the target audience, and a reviewed and approved policy will be published to the policy portal here. Now if a policy requires attestation, notifications are going to be triggered to the target users. Attestation tasks are also going to appear on the policy portal here. So the application enables the target audience to attest to having read the policies. The policy that requires attestation will pop up, and the attestation gets enabled only after the user scrolls through the entire content of the document. Now there are analytics on top of everything that happens inside of our policy and document management system. So you're going to be able to monitor all of the policy management activities in real time through a variety of configurable reports and dashboards like you see here. The document status metric card is going to display the latest status of all the documents and policies, while the policy attestation metric card is going to display the current attestation status of your policies. You can view the details of the documents that are due for review. You can also view policy linkages to regulations, risks, processes, and controls. And you can see the frequently accessed policies and policy trends. All these dashboards and reports and charts are interactive. With that, we've come to the end of the policy and document management demo. We walked you through the policy portal, policy search, policy creation, review and approval processes, communication, policy attestation, and a few key reports. Thank you for watching.